Oh, there we go. So let me watch this stream at. Looks like 9:22. Yep, there's a little delay. But you know, it is what it is. Hello! I'm fucking exhausted right now. Oh, I need to mute Discord. I never muted Discord. Oh, we should be good now. Alright, so... Yeah, so I didn't do a stream last night because I had work last night. And it was just crazy there, and I was just fucking exhausted when I came home for the most part. So I watched a horror movie, and, you know, I just did some fun stuff at home. I mean, not that this isn't fun, I love doing this, but just some relaxing stuff. I watched A Cabin in the Woods for the first time last night, and that was great. So actually, yeah, one of my friends and I, we've been doing a horror movie binge. We've been each picking a different horror movie every night and watching it. So the first night, which was Monday, we started this. We watched The Autopsy of Jane Doe, and that movie was horrifying. Actually, that was a horror movie that's like scared me for the first time in a while. Then I saw... What else did I see? I saw Tuesday night... Oh, Tuesday night we saw The Collection, which is the second movie in the Collector series, and that was just really gory and really freaky, but I liked it for what it was. It was good. Then Wednesday night, it was my turn to pick the movie, so we watched... Fuck, what did we watch? We watched The Strangers, and The Strangers was fucking shit. The original 2008 Strangers. It was horrible. It was horrible. Hey, IB, how are ya? I hope I said your name right. Is it AB or IB? I hope I said it right, either one of those, but We saw The Strangers, the original 2008 Strangers, and that movie fucking sucked. Like, it royally sucked ass. Um, then Thursday night, what did I watch Thursday? I can't really remember. Must have been alright. I don't know. Oh no, wait. Actually, I think we started this Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, Albie. Okay, I'm sorry. That looks like that looked like a capital I for a minute. I'm sorry, Albie. So it was. No, we actually started this Thursday. No, no, wait. Yes, we did start this Tuesday, and then last night, it was my turn to pick again because we did like two in a row essentially, and I picked the movie. That was when I saw The Cabin in the Woods for the first time, and that was actually a really good movie. Tonight, I have no fucking clue what we're gonna watch, but yeah, it's been actually fun watching these movies and everything. So I just gotta send this out to one of my chats really quick, and then we'll actually get started here. But I love horror movie nights. All right, you got it, Molly. I won't watch that on the stream. I'm kind of scared to anyway. All right. Oops, wrong thing. All right, now we can get started here. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things crypto-related, unknown, and paranormal. I'm your host, Parker, and today we are going to be talking about cryptids from China. If you couldn't tell, it was right above my head here. But honestly, I love using OBS because I can show people like this stuff, and I'm actually, no, this way, I'm actually in the corner over here, my little logo and everything, so I love using OBS. The only thing I don't like about it is the lag of the audio and the visuals. If there's some way I can fix that out there, just let me know. Because I don't know how to fix that, so just let me know, guys. I have no idea how to fix the lag and in the audio and with the visual as well. So please let me know how to fix that as well, because I would love to know. Oops. All right, so we're going to be starting off by talking about cryptids of China. And there's a lot of cool ones out there, so let's get started here. Whenever my computer decides to cooperate with me. Then I need to record a cryptid ratings video. Albie, if you're still watching, I'll be doing your Dogman video next week. I had a special request from someone I know to do Megalodon this week, so I'll be doing Megalodon in cryptid ratings, but next week I will be doing your Dogman video for cryptid ratings, and I'm looking forward to doing that one as well, because Dogman's, that doesn't make sense, because Dogman is really cool. This is what I want. Oh, that's perfect sized. All right. So what we have right here, this is called the Aoyan. Not onion, Aoyan. It sounds like it's onion, but but it's like a cow-like creature, and it says the Aoyan is a legendary animal from the ancient bestiaries of China. It resembled an ox, but with 4 horns and hair like a straw. The Aoyan was a predaceous animal and known to kill and devour humans. It was believed to live in the mountains of ancient China. Yes, so this thing had 4 horns. Like, it's kind of hard to tell. I'll try enlarging this just a bit. But there we go. That should be alright for now, even though it cuts me off a little bit, but it's kind of hard to tell from the picture, but it does have 4 horns, like two there, but and then this one is said to known. It says that this is known to kill and eat humans, so not like any cow that we know today. So it's honestly very different in that regard. And I don't know. I would not want to encounter this thing because that is fucking horrifying. All right, so let's get rid of that one. Now let's see. I need to find this one. This one's an odd one. All right, where the fuck is this one? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, that's super tiny. That's too tiny. There we go. That's good. So this is called the Baizhong, and it looks like a polar bear. It really does. And it says, from Red China prior to 1960, only rumors circulated of the, I'm going to butcher this, Shenongija white bear called Baizhong by locals. 4 were captured and displayed in Chinese zoos. The creature apparently roams the mountain forests of southeastern Hubei province and is thought to be a brown bear. Interestingly, the Shenongija's description is quite similar to British Columbia's white-colored subspecies of black bear known as the Kermode, or Ursa americanus kermodel. Kermode. I don't know why I said it like that. Kermodes also roam in densely forested mountains. Dense forested mountains share the possibility to harbor these mysterious bears. We were in a small village in western Red China. I stared at the bear foot in a sidewalk drugstore. Clearly, it came from a brown bear, but where was this mystery bear from? In arid Qinghai province, there were no bears. It must have come overland onto the ancient Silk Road trade route, not the deep web drugstore, from who knows where. So honestly, bears, there are a lot of different species of bears, and these are allegedly like brown bears, but they're white. Hmm. I might try it eventually, Bulldog. I don't know about right now, but maybe in the future. Um, because I'm not like one of the hotlines like on YouTube and everything. It's just a podcast, and I have had people call in, like special guests, pretty much like really, I may bring callbacks in for like just an episode, see how they go or something. I don't know, but really, right now, really the only way I let people like call in is like if they like message me and like, hey, they want to guest star in the show or something. So, it's just pretty much just a podcast, really. Um, so the Baizhong. Oh, did I pronounce that wrong? Yep. So the Baizhong, they are allegedly like they're brown bears, but they're white, and we don't know, and I don't know if that's like some sort of like melanistic color or albinism, but I don't know. I really don't know. But it's kind of odd. It's because I don't know. Bears are not really. I don't know. I don't really know much about China, so I don't know if bears are typically found there. But a white bear in China, that's really odd. If that's the case. So that is the Baizhong. I think it's cool, but no, that polar bear in that picture looked really depressed, though. Hmm. What the heck? Um, I do not have that one on here. I skipped that one. That's right. Oh, all right. Let me get this one up. Oh, that's good. Ooh. So this right here is called the bow, and as you can tell, it kind of looks like almost like a unicorn, except it has like cat-like paws. So Chinese mythology, bow looks like a horse. It has a white body and black tail. It has a horn on its head. It also has tiger's teeth and claws. Its sound is like a drum. It eats leopards and tigers. After feeding it, it can be used in war. So pretty much according to legend, this unicorn-like creature called the bow, like I said, it has like tiger-like paws, tiger-like teeth, but it looks just like a unicorn essentially. Um, it's said to actually. I am so sorry for that. I don't know who's calling, but excuse me. But it's actually said to eat leopards and tigers, which honestly, leopards and tigers, down in China, those are like some of like the pretty much fiercest predators besides, I guess, people that you really have to worry about down there. Well, I mean, like the big apex predators are those big cats. So, um, something that can actually take down a big cat like that is actually really impressive. So, this thing's definitely pretty nuts. Now let's see who we got next. All right, now we're going to talk about a creature called Bosch. I have a feeling this may be massive. No, it's not massive. Okay. So this right here is the Bosch, and it kind of looks like a goat-like creature, except it's a little bit different, and I'll tell you why. The Bosch is a bizarre mountain-dwelling animal reported in the early Chinese B series. It was said to have a goat-like body, yet it is said that it possessed 9 tails, so kind of like a kitsune in a way, and 4 ears, as well as an extra pair of eyes on its back. As you can kind of see, those black dots on its back are its extra eyes. It is believed that wearing its skin as a belt could prevent anyone from becoming afraid. It is possible to have been a real species of goat or deer, assuming that the ears and tail were either a case of mistaken identity that gave the appearance of extra body parts, but were in fact things like natural tufts of hair, horns, etc. The eyes on its back could have been markings that were intended to be or may have looked like eye spots from a distance. Given the medicinal sorcery purposes proposed by the people of China, it is entirely possible that this species had existed at one time, that it may have very well been driven to extinction from overhunting. So that's really nice. Okay, so it has 9 tails like a kitsune allegedly, and 4 ears and 2 eyes on the back of its back. Um, and it said that like if you wore its like pelt, you wouldn't be afraid of anything. So that's kind of cool. And I mean, if this was a real creature at some point, just like by mistaken identity, like with the tails, the ears, the eyes, I mean, it's sad though, because like how far like extinction has come and everything. I did like a video about extinction at one point, like the like extinct animals and everything. Be sure to check that out. I also put like a link down there to donate to the World Wildlife Fund if you guys choose to do that, because extinction's like a real problem in the world. Like a lot of animal species are on the borderline of going extinct, especially the rhinos. So if this was a real creature at some point, that's actually really sad. All right. All right. Now we got a little snake friend here called the Changxi. I just gotta find the picture of it on here. There we go. I gotta make that slightly bigger there. There we go. So this right here is the Changxi. What did I step on? That actually hurt. Oh, it was just a piece of a old stool. Anyway, the Changxi Um, it literally means long snake, is a giant snake creature from the ancient beast series of China. According to the beast series, it was 800 feet long, and had bristles between its scales. It was believed to live near the Greater Unity Mountain in ancient China. Lots of legends depict giant snake-like creatures. Its name literally translates into long snake. So the Changshi, like I said, it's a long snake, and it's an 800-foot long snake, which honestly kind of makes me think of the Megaconda, which was a giant snake from back in like prehistoric days. I can't remember. It was like during like the megafauna era when like everything was massive, and that was the biggest known snake at the time. Well, and still is. So maybe the Changshi could be a surviving Megaconda if that's the case. Um, if it is, that's honestly super cool. But yeah, I do like the Changshi a lot. That's cool. All right, let me see. Who do we have next up on the list? Oh, this is creepy. We're going to talk about a ghost. We got a ghost to talk about now. I'm probably going to post this one on Tumblr like around Halloween. This is called the Diao Si Gui. And look at that. That's honestly creepy. So ghosts are quite common in Chinese folklore, one of the most being the hanged ghost, or the Diao Segui. These are the spirits of people who have committed suicide or victims of execution who are said to haunt the location where they died. According to legend, they appear as a corpse with a long red tongue that hangs out of their mouth and try to convince passerbys to join them in the afterlife. Okay, so this one's really nuts. So the Dao Shigui, um, yeah, it's the ghost of a hanged person who haunts the place where it died, and pretty much it tries to convince passerbys like, hey, you guys should join me, and that's a good reason not to give in to peer pressure, guys, especially if it's from a ghost. So that's honestly horrifying. And hey, guys, because of the subject matter of this ghost and everything, if you guys are honestly feeling upset or anything, or depressed, or just need someone to talk to, my social media links are always open. You guys can shoot me a message. Just let me know what's up and everything, and I'll try to help the best I can. Also, I'll be probably posting the suicide hotline numbers in the link in the description below. So if you are having a hard time with stuff going on in life and you just need someone to talk to, just know like there are resources for you guys. So um, you know, um, just to help out. And that's actually a really creepy one. And now we're going to be talking about a really cool one. This actually inspired me to do the Chinese cryptids today because I posted this on Tumblr last night, and it's called the Dijon, not the Dijon mustard or anything, but no, just the Dijon. And this is a cool little friend. Look at him. So the divine bird known as Dijon, the third Shlong River was a yellow sac with an aura of cinnabar. Borges, calling it the Ti Chang, described it as bright red. It had 6 legs and 4 wings, but no eyes or facial features of any kind. Living in a perpetual state of confusion, it was also fond of singing and dancing. Oh, that's nice. This state of confusion led to the association of Dijang with Hudan, a being of cosmic chaos. The undifferentiated Hudan had no eyes, ears, or mouth, or orifices of any sort, and died when his guests tried to drill openings in his body. I'm pretty sure anything would die if you try to drill holes into somebody's body. Dijang's description can be found in the guideways through mountains and seas, where it is located in the celestial mountain along the large quantities of metal and jade. Borges attributed it to the Tai Kwang Chi. The four wings and six legs, as well as a lack of an apparent head, suggest a magnified insect of some sort. So, it's this big, like, potato-looking creature with four wings and six legs, and if you try to drill holes into it, it'll die. And I'm pretty sure that's commonplace with anything that's alive. It actually sounds like a horror movie. The hole driller just goes around drilling holes in people's arms, drilling glory holes in the sides of walls. Yeah, I'd watch that. So, that's the Dijon. I like him. He's a good friend. Alright. So this is called the Phylleon. Ooh. I'm sorry if this is like I'm just kind of out of it today. I went to bed like at 4 a.m. last night, guys. I'm just like kind of exhausted from that. So honestly, I actually haven't really gotten a good night's sleep in years. So that's not good. All right, so this is called um, the the Phylleon. Yep, and I found this picture online, and I actually found out the artist that made this, and her name is Chaosia. So shout out to you, Chaosia, for making this. It's a really good piece of art. Check her out, guys. So the Phylleon was a remarkable creature in Chinese mythology, exhibiting 5 different animal species within its family tree. With the body and legs of a stag, it was swift as wind, gliding through its forest dwell with ease. A long serpentine tail balanced the beast's heavy head, resembling that of a sparrow with gleaming white bull horns with white stripes. Its elegant body was covered in golden fur and dark spots rather like the pelt of a leopard. These beasts were not carnivorous but would kill any creature that threatened them. The Phaleon lacked wings but was sometimes portrayed in flight, very similar to the lung. So it's like a chimera creature. It has all these different body parts and it somehow works. And it's actually able to fly with no wings, which I think is actually really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Killen, which is another animal. Well, not another animal. I mean, another cryptid that we will be talking about later in this video. But I just thought that's really cool, so I thought I'd include it. This is actually a cute one. Let's see. This is called the Phi Shu. Oh, that's tiny. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to really see that. There we go. So this is called the Phi Shu. And the Phi Shu is a creature from ancient bestiaries of China. It had the body of a rabbit with the head of a rat. It was able to fly by wings on its back. The picture of a Phi Shu is a historical pen and ink drawing from a later edition of the Chinese book Guideways Through Mountains and Seas. So this is the Phi Shu, and it's really cute. It had the body of a rabbit, the head of a rat, and wings so it can fly. It's like a, I don't know what, I guess it's like considered a chimera. Then it's like a bunny rat bird. Bunny rat bird. And it really didn't do anything bad. It's just this little cute rodent-like creature. Ugh. I am so sorry. I always get like bad indigestion for some reason. All right, where are you? This is called the Fayi. Oh, there he is. And the Fayi is a two-tailed snake resembling like a cobra of some sort. So Chinese mythology, Fayi has one head but two snake bodies. It lives in Hongxian. If it appears, serious drought will be in everywhere. So wherever the snake appears, drought will happen. And it's kind of hard, but I can see it. So it's a snake that has just one snake head and two snake bodies, and it's honestly really cool. And yes, like I said, if it appears, drought comes. But no, I just thought that's a really cool one to include in the list today. And now we're going to be talking about. Oh, there's a lot about this one. I'm not going to talk like I'm not going to read all of this about them, but it's kind of a classic, so I got to include it. Where are you? There it is. So you can call these either foo dogs or foo lions or whatever you will. But oh, I can't really tell what the artist who made that's name is. So if that's actually way too big. So if you guys know the artist who made this, or if you are the artist who made it, let me know so I can give you guys credit. So the foo dogs, traditionally known in Chinese simply as shi, and often called foo dogs in the West, are a common representation of the lion in pre-modern China. Statues of guardian lions have traditionally stood in front of Chinese imperial palaces, imperial tombs, government offices, temples, and in the homes of government officials and the wealthy from the Han Dynasty, and were believed to have powerful mythic protective benefits. They are also used in other artistic contexts, for example, a door knocker and in pottery. Pairs of guardian lion statues are still common decorative and symbolic elements at the entrances to restaurants, hotels, supermarkets, and other structures. So if you guys go like to your favorite Chinese restaurant and you've probably seen these statues before, it's well actually the ones that we see here today, they kind of look more wait, there we go. They kind of look more like this. So, and you usually see two of them. So I got two right here. But you usually see these like if you guys go like I said, if you go to your favorite Chinese restaurant, like sometimes you'll see these like outside like the door or something. I'm pretty sure they have these at PF Chang's most likely, but they're actually kind of popular over here, much as they were back in China and still in China to this very day. Um, and let me see. With one sitting on each side of the entrance in China and in other places around the world where Chinese people have immigrated and settled, especially in local Chinatowns. The lions are usually depicted in pairs when used as statues. The pair consists of a male resting his paw upon an embroidery ball. All right. So the one that I have here, that is the male, because as you can see right here, oh wait, no, oops, right here, he's got his hand on a ball, and I'm not flipping off the camera, I promise. And representing supremacy over the world, and a female reassuring a playful cub on its back, representing nature. This one doesn't have a cub with it. It does have like a cloud underneath it, but honestly, when they printed this, I'm a little disappointed with it. It kind of shifted a bit. I need to fix that, but they still did a really good job with it, minus that little thing right there. So you usually see these depicted in pairs, and those are really cool. All right. So I kind of figured I had to include those because those are kind of like a staple in a way. All right, let me get the Fuzu. There it is. It looks like this was made by someone from Blog Cinna, so shout out to whoever made this. It's hard to tell. So the Fuzu is this deer-like creature, but it has 4 antlers instead of 2. Honestly, that's probably the hunter's dream right there, but I'm so sorry about the cuckoo clock, guys, but the Fuzu is actually, I don't know, it's just really cool. There's something about this that I really like. And it's usually depicted like as a white deer. And honestly, white deer, they have like a very like symbolic presence in a lot of different cultures and everything. Like there's even some ghost deer out there. So a lot of people associate with like white deer, like um, ghost deer and everything. So I just think that's really cool. Also, guys, I've been meaning to ask, should I dye my hair black again? I honestly miss my black hair. Alright. No, I don't want that one. That wasn't the one. Alright. Let's get this one up. This is the giant salamander, and where is it? There you go. Oh, there's the giant salamander. Alright. Recently, the Chinese media published an intriguing photograph of a giant salamander, which truly gives a good idea of how big they are. Some reports of the giant salamanders of Japan and China have been recorded in the 5 to 6 feet range, which is actually crazy. I'm 6 feet tall, so pretty much one as big as me. Like, so pretty much it would literally come up to like almost the ceiling, like where I am right now, which is absolutely nuts. Um, The Japanese giant salamander, for example, this is actually a confirmed species in Japan. It reaches 4 feet 9 inches, feeds on fish and crustaceans, and has been known to live for more than 50 years in captivity. The Chinese giant, oh, this is actually confirmed as well. This is a cryptid that is actually confirmed. It can reach a length of 5 foot 11 inches and perhaps even bigger. And it's pretty much like the hellbenders in a way. Here in America, that are pretty much found actually kind of closer down to where I live. But yeah, eventually, like these guys, like not right now, but like back in the day, these were actually considered cryptids. Oh, thank you for your support, Al. I miss my black hair, man. I honestly really fucking miss my black hair. So I hope I can get that back. I just need to grow it out again. Like my parents like, oh, you go like college is starting up again, you should get a haircut, and I'm like, no. And they ended up bribing me, and I took the bribe and had to get my hair cut. Now I fucking hate it. Honestly, every time I get my hair cut, I my short hair, it makes my face look fat, but when it's like longer, it I don't know, I like it longer regardless. When I was younger, I used to love um, short hair, and now that I'm older, I like my longer hair. So I want my longer hair back. I just got to grow it out a bit more. Hmm. All right, where's this thing? Here it is. Oh, that's super tiny. That might work. So this is called the Gwaiwu, and the Gwaiwu is the name given to what is said to be a lake monster that lives in Heaven Lake, located in the peak of Bakadu Mountain within Bakadu Day Bakadu I can't pronounce that. Um, in Changbai and Changbai mountain ranges composing of Jilin province of China and the Ryangang province of North Korea. Ooh, this actually goes into North Korea a little bit. I may have to do like maybe like a Korean cryptid special. Um, some reports argue that there are an estimated 20 monsters. The Guaiwu, meaning strange beast, is a lake monster from Tenachi Lake described as bigger than an ox, with a head like a seal and a long swan-like neck. So pretty much like a plesiosaur. Skeptics point out that a nearby volcano erupted in 1702, probably destroying any life in the lake. However, others think that it could have somehow survived the volcano. It frequently appears to groups of witnesses. There have been over 400 individual witnesses. Well, that's nice. Now let's talk about the Gadayo. Actually, let me keep checking the stream. Oh, dude, wait, Alice, is your hair naturally black? If so, I'm honestly fucking jealous right now. I need my black hair back, man. That's actually too big, but oh well, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. So the Gudeo is a bird from the ancient bestiaries of China. It resembled an eagle, but with horns on its head. It was said to make the sound of a crying baby, and it lived in the mountains of ancient China. Now, out of all these, I'd say this is like the one that's probably more likely to exist. Well, not counting the salamander, because that's been proven to be real. But the Gudeo, it's most likely, I'd say this one's like out of all of them is like more likely to exist than the others. Because a lot of more bird species than anything, and reptiles in a way, are being, discovered more often. And it's just honestly really cool. And it says it looks like an eagle. The picture doesn't look like an eagle, but I don't know. It looks like some kind of water bird in the picture. But I mean, if it has horns on its head, that's like a really cool species of bird, like maybe like self-defense or something. I don't know, but I'd say out of all of them, that's like the one that's most likely to exist. All right, let's move on to the Hunan cat. Oh, dude. Oh, Albie, I'm so fucking lucky of you. You're rubbing it in at this point, man. I used to have black hair. I fucking miss it. Like, I fucking miss it. Like my one friend, Dreamer, she drew that profile picture for me that you see in the corner over there in the right-hand corner of the screen in the bottom lower hand area. And that's what I used to look like with my black hair, man. Well, minus the red eyes and everything. That's Vampire Parker, but I mean, you get the idea. I used to have black hair, and I just fucking miss it. Okay, that's a good size. All right. So the Hunan cat, in Chinese mythology, the Hunan is a cat with one eye and three tails, and a build comparable to a small mountain lion or lynx, around 4 feet tall. It was said if you wore its skin that you would be cured of jaundice. Oh my. According to ancient depictions, the Hunan cat has the uncanny ability to scare away misfortune, so it's a good luck cat. And I don't know, it's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of the Nekomata from Japanese folklore. Like, it has like a split tail, kind of like two tails, and that's what the Pokemon Espeon's based off of. This is kind of like the Chinese equivalent in a way. And speaking of Pokemon, guys, we are going to get right into our next one. And this is one that I was honestly really looking forward to talking about. Ah, that's true, man. Long hair always does take a little more time to wash than anything else, but it's honestly fucking worth it, I feel like. So now we are going to be talking about this creature. And this right here is the Ho-Oh. And if that name sounds familiar, it should, because whenever I get it up here, there we go. And if that name sounds familiar, it should, because the Pokemon Ho-Oh, no, I can't really do it on screen. It's hard, but so the Pokemon Ho-Oh, pretty much gets its name and likeness from the legendary creature, um, from like gets its name from the creature known as the Ho-Oh. So these are essentially like almost one and the same. On hell yeah, Al, I feel you on that, man. So the Ho-Oh is essentially the Chinese equivalent to the very, very popular Phoenix. And like essentially, yes, it is like a bird of fire. Huh. So the Ho-Oh is a firebird to a giant-sized bird. The Ho is a firebird that's giant with black feathers and red feathers on the outside. They can be spotted in a lot of places, which is what some people conclude its body is slick and built for speed and power. With a black beak and a red line going down its back for males or females, their calls are short but loud and sound like a mixture between an eagle and a hawk. These giant birds have no cases of violence lately. So these are peaceful creatures, and honestly, like I said, yes, the Pokemon Ho-Oh, um, they got their inspiration for that for the main legendary of the Pokemon Gold games, and I don't know, I just think that's really really cool that you can, I don't know, that I mean it's a Japanese franchise. I just think it's kind of cool that they got inspiration from a Chinese creature to, you know, um, design the Ho-Oh off of, and that's really cool. Now let me see who we got on here next. Cause I've been going live for about like 47 minutes now. I don't want to enter a slideshow. I just want to enter an image. Let's see what we got now. All right, I got something. All right, so we're going to talk about the Lake Tanachi monster. We talked about that one just a little bit briefly when I talked about the one other creature. So the Lake Tanachi monster is a name given to what is said to be a lake monster that lives in Heavenly Lake, located at the peak of Bakudu Mountain with Bakudu. Oh, there's that word again. Um, and Shanghai mountain ranges encompassing Jilin province of China and Ryangang province of North Korea. Some reports argue that there are an estimated 20 monsters. The first report was cited in 1903 and was claimed that a large buffalo-like creature attacked 3 people, but it was shot 6 times. Then the monster retreated under the water. So, as you can kind of tell, this is sort of China's version of the Loch Ness Monster. And since we already talked about it, I'm not going to talk about it that much, but there is a statue at the base of the lake, and it looks like the thing that's different about it than the Loch Ness Monster is it actually has like little feet, so it can actually come up on land, essentially, but it's like a plesiosaur. It could be like an elasmosaurus or something, actually. Well, no, I can't remember the name of that one, but I have a little figure of it. It's pretty much what this picture right here is based off of, except the fins. I gotta find this really quick here. Oh, shoot, where are you? There it is. So, the Lake Tanachi monster could very well be Tanystropheus, which, hold on, you can't really see that. So, as you can kind of tell, it looks like a plesiosaur, except it has actual feet, like kind of webbed feet, and, just I can't even get, everything's just like mirrored for me, so it's hard. But it has like a long neck, like a plesiosaur of some sort. So the Lake Tanachi monster could very well be a Tanystropheus. That's kind of cool. Here, he's going to be our little mascot for the rest of the episode. Just kind of leave him in the back over there. I got a weird taste in my mouth. Alright, let's see. Now I gotta see who else I have on here. Ew, excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, we got about, I'd say 6 more left. Okay, that's a big picture. But... Alright, so... Okay, I need to shrink this a bit. It's just too big. So this right here is known as the Maltese tiger, and this is actually, I'd say probably one of my favorites. Sorry about that. So, the Maltese tiger, it's essentially a blue tiger, which is actually really cool. And it says it's found in the province of China. It is said to have bluish fur with dark gray stripes. Most of the Maltese tigers have been reported south of the South Chinese subspecies. The South Chinese tiger today is critically endangered due to their illegal and continued use in traditional Chinese medicine, and the blue alleles may be wholly extinct. Blue tigers have also been reported in Korea. The term Maltese comes from the domestic cat terminology for blue fur, and refers to the slate gray coloration. Many cats with such coloration are present in Malta, which have been given rise to the use of the adjective in this complex. And believe it or not, guys, Maltese tigers, they're actually said to be very good luck. Now, since these creatures do exist, but since they are very rare, this is not an actual picture of a Maltese tiger that you are seeing on the screen right now. It's actually a Photoshop picture to kind of show, to kind of show what one would actually look like. So they kind of look like that, but they're actually good luck. And one was actually seen in the TV show The Secret Saturdays, where this one doctor, before he switched his mind with the Hibagon, which is the Japanese Bigfoot, he switched the brain of the tiger and his dog. So it was pretty much a Maltese tiger, but with the brain of a dog. Its name was Sasha. Yeah, it was Sasha in the TV show. Which I think is pretty neat. Alright. Oh, here we go. So this right here is called the Man-Man duck. And in Chinese mythology, it looks like a wild duck, and it only has one eye and one wing. It can fly only when two man-man combine together, so it gets its name from... So that's how it gets its name. So man, it's just one really, and then man. So when they're together. Wait, what? Oh, no, I got that wrong. So it can only fly when two man-man combine together, so... Okay, that's actually... The translation on here is just horrible. So it's a duck with one eye and one wing, and however, it can only fly when two man come together that have the wing on the opposite side. And if it appears, if one starts flying, there's going to be a big storm that will cause a massive flood and pretty much destroy a lot of things. So seeing a man, even though it's cool as shit, it's not a good thing. Now we're going to be talking about another kind of man. There's 50 man. I guess they're men at this point. I don't know if there's multiple. Would it be men or man? I don't even know. And this is called the man otter. And look at that little guy. So the man otter, it looks like a mouse, and the head, the body of it looks like a mouse, and the head looks like a soft-shelled turtle. Its sound is like barking. It lives in the river where it lives in the river near the source of Luoshi, which is an area in China. So it has like the head of a soft-shelled turtle and the body of a rat. I don't know why they call it an otter if it's really not an otter, but there's really not much to that one. That's just really it. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the Chinese Bigfoot known as the Yiren. Look how chill he is. So the Yiren is China's Bigfoot, variously referred to as as all these different names, which is a lot to list off. I don't want to bore people. So the Yiren is a mysterious primate living in the mountains of China, with most of the sightings coming from the remote Hubei province. It has reddish brown hair, and there have been very rare reports of white Yiren. This may indicate either albinism or elderly members of the species, and a large jaw. It is 6 to 8 feet tall. In extreme cases, are up to 12-foot tall Yiren, and is genuinely friendly but reserved around humans. According to Xinhua, over 400 people have reported seeing the Yiren. The Chinese government has searched China to find the Yiren. Many footprints and hair traces have been found. However, much like the Yeti or Sasquatch, the species has never been confirmed by scientists and remains in the realm of legend and cryptozoology. Despite its size, it is said to be less robust and stocky than its other relatives like Sasquatch. So as you can kind of tell, I'm so sorry about that. My foot slipped off some styrofoam, but I literally have this giant styrofoam thing under, like, over there that had like fish stuff in it at one point. But as you can kind of tell from the picture, it seems like a little bit smaller and like a little more slim than the Bigfoot that we know today. All right. All right. Let me see. Did I not save that one? Oh, yes, I did. So this one right here is called the Zeng. And the Zeng is a beast from the mythologies of China that was reported to have lived amongst the creatures of this world. It was a leopard that had one single horn protruding from its forehead. It was red and had 5 tails. Well, in this picture, it's yellow. The Zeng made the sound of striking stones. So it was just essentially a horned leopard with 5 tails, and it was, and this thing was massive, like almost as big as a car. And I don't know, I just thought this would be a cool one to include as well. Now let me add, this is one of my favorites from this list I'm going to add right here now, actually. So I can't find the original artist. It's hard to read signatures, so I can't really. So whoever made this, or if you guys know who made it, let me know. So this is called the Killen, the Killen, or it's also called the Kirin in some other different variations of it. And the Killen or Kirin is a Japanese mythal. Wait, it says it's Japanese, but okay, it's also found in China. I knew it said China somewhere, guys, and that's why I included it on this list. But it's Japanese and Chinese, and it appears with the imminent arrival or passing of a sage or illustrious ruler. So if some like powerful ruler is about to die, it appears, and if some powerful ruler is about to take the throne, it appears. Killing a specific type of the Lin mythological family one-horned beasts. And some people believe that maybe like the origin of the killing could actually be like a giraffe that somebody brought over, because if you kind of look at it in a way, you can kind of see like how a giraffe could also kind of be mistaken for this creature. And it and it's actually like a symbol of good luck and good fortune if you see one of these creatures, so it's really, really nice. So we actually made it through the entire list. So sorry if this was kind of like a odd episode. I'm just exhausted and I just felt kind of out of it today, so sorry if it seemed kind of weird. But if you guys like this video, be sure to like it. You can dislike it if you dislike it. I heard if you dislike it, the Lake Tamachi monster will crawl out of your bathtub in your sleep and nibble your toenails. If you don't want that to happen, the only way to ward off that monster is to like this video. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the Crypto Crew today. Next week, I don't know what video I'm going to do. I really don't. I got to think of something. I'm probably going to record my Megalodon video here and for cryptid ratings for tomorrow. And yeah, and then we'll see how that goes. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you have a great, great rest of your weekend and rest of your week. It is actually Saturday. It feels so weird today, honestly, but yeah, work killed me last night. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a great, safe weekend. And with that being said, you've been watching Cryptocast. I've been your host, Parker.